What's up guys, my name is Chaotic and welcome back to another Grand Theft Auto 5 video here on my channel. Now in today's video I have yet more news and information to share with you guys regarding the next update in GTA Online, which of course is the Gunrunning update. Now over the past few days, although Rockstar haven't announced anything officially, there have been a number of teasers and hints on the newswire as to when the next update might be announced and released. Now I've already talked about this in a previous video, so apologies to those people that are hearing this again for the second time, but basically a few days ago, Rockstar announced a brand new special event in GTA Online. It started on Tuesday, but weirdly ends next Thursday as opposed to Monday. So for some reason, they've extended it or possibly shortened it from a 2-week special event to just 9 days. And no one really knows why, apart from the possibility that Rockstar might release some information for the Gunrunning update next Friday. Now sure, it's not definite, but we've seen similar things take place like this in the past with past updates. For example, the import and export update, we saw an extended special event week which lasted 9 days just like this one is, and then on the Friday they released information for the import and export update. So by the looks of things, we might see something very similar take place with this special event, so at the end of next week, Rockstar may release some information with us about the Gunrunning update. And this theory might not be too far off. Yesterday, Rockstar updated the QA beta branches on Steam, which is the final stage of testing for an update and means, usually, the update's around about 2 weeks away from being released in GTA Online. And if that's the case, that could mean the update may be released sooner than expected. Previously, it was speculated the update was going to be released on June 6th, but usually when the QA beta is updated, like I said, the update is usually released around about 2 weeks or so from that point forward, which may mean it might be released on May 30th instead. But a possible inside source over at Rockstar Games has suggested it may be released even sooner than that again. Now this source is believed to be the same person who leaked both the Bikers update and the import and export update last year, weeks before Rockstar even announced any information at all. Now initially this person was going by the name Rockstar Faggot on 4chan. And like I said, he shared a load of information about the Bikers update and the import and export update. Now this guy wasn't really recognized until a few weeks before the import and export update, when he began leaking loads of information for the update, but at the time, some of the claims this guy was making was so outrageous and just seemed so unrealistic, most people didn't believe it. For example, he claimed the update was going to include a car with a huge rocket or jet engine on the back, another one was going to be able to jump and had a parachute, and so on. I'm sure you guys get the point. So obviously at the time, we didn't have anything crazy like this in the game, and it just didn't seem real. But then of course, just a few days before the update was set to be released, Rockstar announced all these things to be coming to GTA Online, so as it turns out, this guy clearly knew something well before Rockstar had even announced anything. But weirdly, just a few days before the import and export update was released, this guy went completely silent and didn't make any further forum posts beyond this point. And no one really knows why. At the time, it was speculated that maybe Rockstar had found out and taken action against him, but we found out just over a month ago that Rockstar still don't know who this person is. Which means this person is still out there, and by the looks of things, he might have made a return, but is going under a different name on 4chan. So a few days ago, back on Monday, someone asked the question, imagine the disappointment of all the people expecting for the aircraft carrier and high-end military vehicles when it ends up being a really basic cross-country thing like the Trevor smuggling missions with just a few off-roaders and dirt bikes. And a user responded to this going by the name Descendant of the Faggot, which straight away suggests this person might be associated or the same person, but he said, this is not too far off actually. There's still going to be some neat military stuff like new rifles and other APCs, but most of the content is going to be centered around off-roaders and modded weaponized vehicles like Mad Max. It's more of a trafficking and survivalism theme rather than a military update. Think rednecks rather than mercenaries. And no, obviously there's not going to be a purchasable aircraft carrier. So there we go, this person claims quite a few things then in this post. First of all, it's not going to be a military update, but instead more of an update themed around rednecks involving trafficking and survivalism. Now at first this might sound quite disappointing, but to be honest, it's not very surprising at all. If we're honest, it was going to be like this all along, even though we did hope it was going to be more evolved around military than anything else. Now, a few users on 4chan asked this guy a few questions following this post, the first one being, how expensive are the underground bunkers going to be? And he responded back saying, a lot, but it'll be worth the investment. There's lots of fun stuff coming up. And in response, the same person asked, define a lot. At least tell me if 3 million is going to be enough to buy the new warehouses or whatever I'll need to do the new missions. And Descendant's response was, it will do. Which, to be fair, isn't very surprising. The other warehouses in-game aren't that expensive. They're usually a few $100,000 each. Now, someone else asked, when will this update be out? And Descendant responded back saying, it will be out next week. Expect a trailer before Friday if Redditors and GTA forumers don't get their hands on these posts, like they did with the import and export update. If you guys don't believe me, just wait and see. So this guy claims Rockstar will be sharing some information and a trailer for this update at some point this week, most likely tomorrow now, and the update itself will be released next week. But personally, this part doesn't seem very likely, for the simple fact that Rockstar just started a new special event a few days ago. But do bear in mind, this guy shared this information on Monday, and maybe back then, Rockstar were going to release something this week in the form of some information and a trailer, but maybe they changed their plans and pushed things back a little further, and that's why there's now a special event in GTA Online. And in a way, this kind of makes sense, because right now, Rockstar are repeating some double money and RP bonuses on a few jobs which they had them on a few weeks ago. But who knows, maybe tomorrow we might receive some information and maybe a trailer from Rockstar, but right now, in my personal opinion, it's more likely they'll receive something next week on Friday once the current special event ends. Honestly though guys, I'm not really too sure what to believe. We can't even say for sure if this person's even the same person that leaked all the information for the Bikers update and the import and export update last year. Who knows, this guy might be an imposter, just making it seem like he's the same person when he isn't. But we have seen and heard some pretty crazy things before, so I think in this situation, we have to bear it in mind, but do take this information with a grain of salt. Hopefully though, if this guy is legitimate, he may share some more information with us at some point over the next few days, if Rockstar don't release any information tomorrow, and a trailer as well, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. I want to get your thoughts and feelings though on this information. What do you guys think about this guy? Do you guys think this guy is real and it's the same person? Or do you guys think this guy is simply just an imposter and making this information up? So go ahead and leave a comment on this video. If you guys could also drop a like as well, it would be greatly appreciated and it helps me out a lot. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, then please do, because I upload all the latest and the greatest Grand Theft Auto 5 content. So as always guys, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time.